Hello, good morning. Welcome back to the sawmill. I guess as you can see, I got it ready. I changed the oil. I actually didn't change the oil last year because I didn't really mill that much last year. Probably should have just done it anyway, but I didn't need to mill a lot last year. This year I think is going to be different, so I wanted to make sure I changed the oil. And I know that I probably should have, a few people had suggested to me in comments in previous videos that I should add a fitting to the drain valve where the engine has to drain. It just kind of spills out to the side. I didn't do that. I thought about it, but then I would have had to take the plug, go source out the parts for it, figure it out, and that just was like half a day of effort towards something I didn't want to put effort towards. I guess I'll keep changing the oil that way until I make that decision to do that. I need more battens, so that's what I'm going to mill today. I have a couple of crappy pieces of cedar, a couple crappy logs of cedar I should say. So I'm going to use the crappy stuff that I have and make battens. Welcome back to the sawmill for the year. I am flying solo. Here's Kootenai. Steve has left for Japan. Actually, he leaves for Japan today. He's already gone though, and I am at home with 8 dogs and a cat by myself. And we're gonna go for a run again later, Kootenai. Yes, we are. Kootenai's the best dog. Kootenai is such a good boy. He is the drooliest, but he listens so well. Don't you? You're just the best doggy. You're just the best doggy. All you gotta do is say, Coot, Coot, and you come right away. You're so good. You're so good. I tend to have this unhealthy desire to get the bark off. So I just went to go get some shovels. There's something so satisfying about it. Plus there's a lot of crud in the bark. Okay friends, let's get ready for the first cuts of the season. The first cut of the season, baby I know. The first cut of the season. Safety is my priority. Oh, wait a second. We're getting something. One more thing.
Is too high, well ultimately you'll get a little ping sound. And
pinging. Last year I adjusted the idle screw because there was pinging, clutch pinging. So I was trying to adjust it and it's still pinging. So I'm going to try and adjust it again. Sawing with Sandy. That's where I got
how it could potentially
the information from on how to do it. I just don't remember where the screw is. All right, that's done. Having a few little issues with the mill. This was actually happening, I think, for a couple of years now, and it's probably something I'm just gonna have to call them about. And it's that there seems to be play in the chassis, I guess it's called. So when I like wheel down the blade to where it is, I measure it. If I've been wheeling it down and then I set it and then I engage the throttle, it tends to drop even more. And then vice versa, if I'm wheeling it up and then I lock it in place to exactly where the blade measures, say 5/8 of an inch thick of a board, then I engage the throttle, it pops up slightly. So I don't know why. It's been kind of doing that for a couple years and I've just been living with it and dealing with it. So I basically engage the throttle, see where it's gone up, and then I bring it back down. And it seems like, yeah, I just have to engage the throttle a little bit and let it kind of settle where it wants to settle, and then I can get my cut. But it's kind of a pain going back and forth, and it ends up being that I am getting kind of inconsistent thicknesses because it seems to be shifting all the time. So I'm not sure why. I didn't used to do that before. So I'll probably call the company about that. And the pinging, that screw, that idle screw, came all the way out because I was like, it's not even changing the idle. I'm turning it and it's not going down. And I noticed that the like screw came right out and I was like, okay, this isn't doing anything. So I know it's a Kohler engine, but they might have some insight. So I probably am going to call about those couple things. But other than that, all is well. So I've got enough cedar. I don't want to take any more out there than I need tired of taking materials out there. I'm gonna take that stuff up to the house, take that last few little pieces of the other siding, like the actual siding, out, because I probably am gonna need that. I think I have roughly half a dozen boards that are kind of crap and not really usable. So I'm gonna take everything out that I've got and see how far I can make a go of the stuff that I've got before I really mill like a whole bunch more. Because as you can see, I have tons of just scrap lumber and I don't want to just keep having scraps of everything laying around. Oh my gosh, how disappointing. I guess I didn't press record and I epically got those 3 logs on there. I think that might be it. I tried to lift the 4th one and roll it on top so that I had 3 on the bottom and then I was going to get 2 on the top, but it's too heavy. I can't lift it up because I was going to get that one up too over there. I think this is all I can do for now. The rest of the stuff is a little bit buried, like not high where I can just push it and roll it. So I might need a machine, like the excavator attachment to get those logs out because this pile is in the way of rolling them. So let's see if I get these ones up. Actually, I don't think that one's gonna stay on. I mean, to get back up is so bumpy. I think it's gonna bump itself off. So I might just push it off and take 3 up. I'm gonna go down and get 2 more logs and then probably call it a day because I have 6 dogs that would love to go for a run. Okay, that's probably all I'm gonna get done for the day. I'm interrupted a lot today. It's almost 5. Got some logs there, as you saw, and the point of me bringing the logs up from down there is to get rid of them because we're at some point gonna build a little cabin there, kind of where those logs are. So good to clear that. And also I'm starting to acquire the lumber for my workshop build, which is gonna be happening some point this year. I think my focus is really to get the other cabin done first. That has to be my priority because I don't want to be doing kind of too much at once, like one thing here and one thing there. I just want to like get that cabin done once and for all. So that's the main priority for me, is to get that finished, and then I'm going to focus on the workshop. I've had to have a bit of a change on the workshop. My plan was to build it by the house because it just makes more sense to me to have a workshop by a house. But I'm not allowed. Steve does not want a workshop by the house. So that just is what it is. My only other option really is to build something down here by the sawmill. That's just kind of put a wrench in my thoughts about it all, and I have to now figure out how I want to move forward with it. But nonetheless, something will get done. I just worried about building something so far from the house that is just going to be difficult to get to. Anyway, I'm home alone for like 2 weeks. Steve has gone to Japan. He's gone to the boat. And that means that probably more than likely I'm not going to be able to get out to work on the cabin just because I have 8 dogs with me for at least a few more days. So I'm going to rip around this place and tackle a bunch of projects and see what I can get done. So I'll see you guys in the next video for some of that fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.
I ain't never felt a kind of love like this before. You took all the worries from my mind. Darling, please forgive me if I stay a little more. I can't look away from those brown eyes. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. We can take our time, and we may change our mind. But I can tell a good thing when a good thing comes along. Darling, tell me all about the dreams you had last night. You can be so restless in your sleep. I ain't going nowhere, all this feels so very right. have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. That we could take our time and we may change our mind. But I can tell a good thing when a good thing comes along. If I ever hurt you, dear, oh, I apologize. Heaven knows I ain't no perfect man. I can't take another night without you by my side. Please come home as quickly as you can. And if you settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. We could take our time and we may change our mind. But I can tell a good thing when a good thing comes along.